and what we saw at that memorial, it could be the start of a national revival, or maybe it was. We've got, people online saying, hey, I'm buying a suit for the first time and going to church. And that's actually, in my opinion, the real measure. Is this going to lead to in the church growing, the American church in general growing, with people, repenting and turning to Christ? I could not believe, as somebody who grew up, Rick, in the 90s, and, it was very much the rise of atheism, where atheism is considered somehow neutral and not a worldview that can oppress the Christian worldview, but the Christian worldview will oppress the atheist worldview. But to hear our leaders, to hear Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, to hear Secretary of State Marco Rubio, to hear these people boldly proclaiming Jesus Christ, I never would have even imagined that was possible, and yet here we are.
This was like almost like a tent revival, or the old camp meeting of the old days that we hear about from our parents, growing up, when they would go to camp meeting or they would go to a tent revival, and they'd have the evangelists come in and all this. But it's also a time that these people were giving their testimony. And I think what Charlie Kirk did was embolden people to give their testimony and unashamed.
Yeah.
And if that catches fire, then I think we have hope in this country.
And I saw probably the best explanation that I could have imagined for it. And they said they didn't kill Charlie Kirk because of what he said. They killed him because people were listening to him. And how many people has that man led to Christ? How many people has that man got them to just sort of rethink these core liberal beliefs that they have, where, there's no facts behind it. And for that, Charlie Kirk is going to be remembered far beyond his death.